spam should unmute. La 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 la. You should all be able to hear me on the internet. If you can't, and you just see my large head bobbing up and down with no noise coming out. Oh no, what have I done? Let's go back to that. Right, we're all over it. Hello, Ange and Mr. Sawdust. How are we doing? Right, so welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We are a channel of tabletop lunatics. We have several parties playing throughout the week. And even though Kerry and Martin asked me if their camera's alright, and I said yes, I'm lying. I need you to have your camera further away from... Oh, that's alright. That's better. That's because they were doing stuff. There we go. Perfect. So, what was I saying? Yeah, we play lots and lots of tabletop, Dungeons and Dragons, Carbon 2185. We even did a Masks not so long ago on a Vampire Masquerade. But Saturday night is our Pathfinder 2nd Edition night. So we are continuing our campaign, The Call of Stone, with a very, very nice lizard artwork, which is splendid. I am very, very happy to announce our sponsors. Social media, you can go find us. Type in Heavyweight Gaming, any social platform, and you'll find us, except the ones we're not on. So, our sponsors are Just Games, who is the lovely Stu, as you see at the top of the screen. They are a gaming everything in the land of Oz, or Guernsey. If you go to justgames.gg, there's nothing they don't do. Electronic, console, dice, card, board game, tabletop, other flavours of gaming. I probably never touched the darkest depths of the gaming world. Just Games have got it, so check them out, justgames.gg. The lovely Pathfinder books that no one can see because of this weird and wonderful virtual background. But they're beautiful. You can get them from Mr. Just Games. There you go. There you are, upside down. Yes. As modelled by our beautiful in-house lizard and goblin. Sawdust and Swearwords. If you go to Facebook and just type in Sawdust and Swearwords, go to their photo albums, check out all their woodwork. You will see the links pop up now in the chat. Thank you, Mr. Sawdust himself. They're incredible woodworkers, and I mean from a wooden ball to a dice cup to a dice tower, dice jails they're working on, tables, anything wood related. Hey, Sawdust and Swearwords can sort you out. If you prefer morning wood, check out OnlyFans, Sawdust and Swearwords. If you prefer dice cup, just go to Facebook. Our new sponsors of the channel, very big thanks to Dice of the Beholder for setting this up, is Loke Battle Mats. They are a creator of the giant book of mats, A3 and A4 I believe. It's basically a very large flip book full of battle maps that you can use in all your tabletops. They do cyberpunk, sci-fi and fantasy. As a part of our sponsorship, you'll get to see them being used on the channel. Dice of the Beholder use them on a Sunday in their 5e game, and Rob, who runs the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign, uses them two both use the physical versions during their games on Friday nights and Sunday nights, and I will be using the digital versions for our Tuesday D&D, Thursday Cyberpunk, Carbon 2085, and our Pathfinder tonight. You will see the map that I'm going to be using, or we are continuing to use, is one of their maps. All the digital maps are available on Drive-Thru RPG, so if you just go there, type in Loki Battle Mats, you will you'll see there's so many of them, and they've got more and more in the making, and the books are available to purchase if you just go to their site. They're incredible, so I'm well happy to have them sponsoring the channel. Sponsors, social media. If you want to donate 200 bits to the session, this sort of get a free reroll that they have to use on their own rolls. They can't use it on any of the Dungeon Masters rolls or Games Master rolls. They can only hold 5 at any one time, and they must use them this session. Is that it? Where's Mel when I need him? Yeah, I reckon that's it. We're going to go with that. So, recap. Oh, Sunscape. I always miss fucking something. We use Sunscape for all our background music. So I'm going to put my little... there you go. Cool. Check them out. They're amazing. They're great. To the point where Rime of the Frostmaiden's just dropped, and there's a full sound set for Rime of the Frostmaiden, which Rob did not know about, and neither did I. And I was playing all the right music for the right taverns and blacksmiths that he was going to, and he questioned me afterwards of how I knew what the name of the blacksmith was, etc. So I cheated, basically, by the power of music. 200 bits have just been donated from Sawdust and Swearwords, so party, you have a reroll.
Hey,
Right.
gonna be necessary.
The recap, as we all love, and then I'll put some music on and we will continue our combat. We left off in the middle of combat. The combat is the party are trying to... Well, they originally were testing the theory of the druids of the Emerald Circle of returning a hellfire glaive to a divine, naturally blessed fountain / pool. The theory turned out to be quite accurate, and the aggression that came out of the theory turned into a massive demonic fire salamander of hellfireness fight. They are middle of the combat. They've had a few rounds already, defeated some of the hellhounds, and are still dealing with this entity that left the possessed satyr face down on the floor. The reason they're doing this is when they first encountered the hellfire satyr with the glaive, they defeated it, brought the glaive to the druids, and here they are now. Other things have happened, including Nuts turning into a mastiff. So let's do this. Right, I'm going to go to the bottom map. Boom! It should be on the bottom map. You should all see. There we go. Hopefully that's cool for you lot on the... Mr. Jimbles! I've heard it's gravy time! It is indeed, Mr. Jimbles. It is indeed. Right.
Sorry, it's corrected. Mr. Jimbles to my Jimbles. You're my Jimbles now. Sorry, Jay. Sorry, Beck. We'll work out a time, sir.
So,
You beat me in a
chat, chat, I need you to let me know if the music's too loud or too quiet, because it means I'll have to adjust. Right. Mr. Stew, who was buggered off.
Hi, Stu.
Go, Stew.
Nice.
Go
As soon
to
as the
Stew.
thing starts. As soon as we go to him.
Right, Stu, are you... I'm going to do Zach in the face, but I'll probably need help with certain stuff when I'm asking about it, yeah?
Yeah, fair. I'll go grab the PHP.
Cool. It's Zach's go, so... Let's do this.
Okay.
Right, so Zek is currently at the bottom. And he's going to move, he's going to do something. What's his range? Oh, he's got like 100 feet on that bow, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's in range.
So, looking at Zek's character sheet, he will use his bow of striking. So I will click on bow of striking. It will do a roll. It will be a nat one.
It's still a 15.
Oh, God. That's amazing. I hope James is watching this. In Pathfinder, you all start your session with a hero point. So Zek is going to use his hero point to attempt that again. As he shoots.
Good idea.
Shoots. That was fucking brilliant.
There we go, that's better.
23. It's currently got his fire AC, which counters the flat-footed, so its AC is 24. Zek misses by 1.
Oh, that.
So that's 1 action point.
Shoot him again.
Shoot him again.
Yoda!
-5, yeah?
I think it'd be -4 for him, but yeah.
He's missed anyway.
Sad times.
So 2 arrows go flying over. Zek will then hide from nothing, but he's hidden. Right. Sinis, it's now your turn. You are still fighting the Hellhound. He's looking pretty rough, to be fair.
Yeah, he's going to make me a whiz save.
Ah! Oh,
Oh, shush!
fucking whiz saves. I'm banning that spell.
You're not bad in that spell.
17 plus... 24.
He passes.
Is it half
so
damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basic save, half damage.
I've sorted my macros out.
6.
Nice.
Get me out of my fancy dice.
Cool.
And then I'm going to cast my Bardic Inspire Courage, which gives a 60-foot I want to say radius.
60-foot radius aura.
Yeah, 60-foot radius aura. So it'll go out for me 60 feet, and we'll give anyone that's in that +1 to their attack and damage, and it gives them extras to
+1. Save versus fear.
What he said. Thank you, Robert.
Oh, Mr. Jimbles has give you only half a reroll. Nah, it's 200. 200 Jimbles. 200. Brilliant. What a tease.
What I'll do then, I'll consider re-rolling at some point and then be like, no.
There's your other 100. You have another re-roll.
Yay!
So
Jimbles.
Yeah, that's me. That's my actions.
Done your days, done your bardic. Gavin.
Okey-dokey. Well, I'm gonna smack this thing
in the face.
I would if my mouse was working. This sucks.
Dun, 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 dun.
Apologies for the delay in my left click.
My left click is that you can get some cream for that.
Yeah. That's nuts afterwards. I'll use my hero point. There we go. 33.
Ooh.
One off a crit. So.
It's funny you should say that because we currently have +1 from Bard.
34.
Ah, okay, yeah. So then, yeah, that's a crit. So roll your crit damage, considering it's 15, the same as your normal damage.
15.
Y'all are welcome.
Double the +1.
Yeah.
Is it going damage as well?
Yeah, +1 for damage.
Fucking bads.
Just take the 14. No, it's not. Double the 20. Just double the normal 14 by adding another. Actually, yeah, just double the 20. 30.
Right, just tell how much damage is this thing taking?
It's taken 17, 20. It's taking 34, 80.
Holy shit. 34?
Yeah.
Any of it fire?
No, but a lot of it is lawful.
Yep, that's fine. Cool.
You're going to hit Ian.
You're going to hit it again?
This is the non-reroll hit it again. I missed that time, probably critically.
You critically miss. So can you take 5 points of piercing damage?
I can.
As your first swing of your blade cleaves through the demonic salamander's flesh to then catch yourself in the eye.
I love the way you said piercing when I got slashing resistance 3, you bastard.
I was going to say, you could use one of the rerolls if you want.
No, it's on a multi-attack, so I'll take this one.
I said, well, it's piercing slashing on your sword, mate.
Yeah, I have to choose to do the piercing.
Right. Well, I will say you stabbed yourself.
No, you can choose piercing, I don't mind. It's just a crit. And then for my third action, I'll raise my shield.
Raise the shield. Tavate, it's your turn. You absolute doombot.
I mean, I am going to use my last, well, not my last, but my my third level 3 spell slot, and pray that this works. Oh, did it roll? Someone do the thing.
Searing light, is that what you're rolling?
It is.
That's what you're missing with.
16. I'm going to copy these guys, and I'm going to
smash these
hero points.
You copying Gavain, mine was fine.
Ah, shit.
Oh, for the love of Christ.
I'm not doing anything.
AD,
yeah?
And I apologise. I forgot I've got a haste attack.
Too late.
Alright, fine. Crack on.
My third action, I'll cast shield.
You even written on it, haste 1 minute, 2 rounds. So when I asked you for help, was that? So you've done you've done a shield, yeah?
Yeah. Third action, a shield, give me +1 AC.
Right, so now it's got Gideon, Gavain, Nuts, and Tavay give me a fortitude. It is fortitude.
Damn.
Are you asking or telling?
Yeah, fortitude. Roll a fortitude, sir. I'm telling you. Give me a fortitude. Jesus, Gavain's alright. So I need one off Tavay. Oh, less so.
you want to use some bits?
I might want to use one of them rerolls.
For fuck's sake, go on then. First round.
That's better.
There you go.
Oh, first round. First round we've used 3 hero points and a reroll. What we're doing?
Mate, I'm
nuts.
covered in bells and whistles, making everyone reckless. Let's go.
And Gideon. Gideon's fine. So who was that? Gideon, Nuts, you two. So you all take half damage. As a wave of flaming chaotic energy erupts from the salamander. And you take 5 points of fire damage.
I resist all of it.
And chaotic, if that affects you at all.
I'm going to say, it affects chaos hurts if you're lawful, but not if you're neutral or chaotic.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, I'm fine.
Is that 50-50 kind of fire and chaos, or is that like just conglomerate fire and chaos?
For you, it's just 5 chaotic.
Aww.
No, it's alright. It's 50-50 there. So it's 2. Take 2 of each. Obviously, resist the fire and take 2 chaotic. Unless you resist it.
6, because I don't resist fire.
And I will adjust. Gideon's like, yeah, you can. The 1.
So I just realised my little dude's got a 1 in the red box. Did I get stunned or slowed?
Fuck it, I can't remember. It's gone now.
Who's gone now?
We had his chance. So that's its 2 actions, and then with 1 action it will use the glaive in its hand. I was going to stab you today if you'd have landed that searing light, but you did not. Although you've probably done more damage to it than anyone. It's going to turn on Gawain and slam the chaotic glaive of death into Gawain. That's definitely going to hit you, I reckon.
Oh god, yeah, it is.
Jesus, sweet Jesus. That's a 37.
Yeah, that hits.
Is that a crit?
It is actually, yes.
Oh dear.
Stand by.
Fine, 80. I will be using the shield block reaction in about 0.5 of a second.
Right, that's fine. So what's that? 36 points of fire, just pure fire damage.
Uh,
36. Shield block. Snap shield the player. Your shield prevents you from taking amount of damage up to the shield's hardness, which is
7.
So that's 29 points of fire.
This is 5.
So 24 points of fire.
Yeah, the shield is now broken because I couldn't get an adamantium shield.
Are you on your ass?
I am actually. No, I'm on 1 point.
Amazing.
Because I just realised that I just typed my macro wrong. So I am on 1. I take 22 damage from that attack.
Why 22?
Because I resist fire 5.
Yep, so that drops it to 24. So your shield took it to 29.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're right.
Your resistance takes it to 24.
Yeah. So cool. I reduce 29 down to 24, so I'm actually on minus 1, 2. That's 2. Minus 1. Yeah. 2 more damage. Yeah.
Right, cool. You'll have to remind me. I've not dropped someone for a while, so you'll have to remind me the whole dying thing. But we'll
I is dying. I'm currently now dying 1. Unlike the rest of my thing.
The dying 1. Right, let's put that in. There you go. I put a little red dot with a 1 in it.
That's not going to go. Yeah.
So you're dying 1. It's now walks with otters. Otto. Turn. Who I've lost. He's over here, wasn't it?
Yep.
It's like, where is my goddamn orc? He will use his druidic powers too. Not that we're in the middle of a plague route, but I'm using one of the disposable masks as a bookmark. Bam, 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 bam. Nah, he's not stupid enough to do that. It'd be funny though. I was going to turn Sinis into a lad. Yeah.
Do it.
Hashtag danger lizard.
Yeah, but I'm assuming it cuts out all her magic and stuff, which Otto wouldn't do.
Hashtag do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Nah, he's gonna Ray of Frost the Hound and save his magics for healing.
Sounds prudent as hell.
Shit. He doesn't hit it, but it's not a critical fail. And he will step there to, so it's flat-footed for Sinis for stuff. It's now Nuts' turn. Nuts going to bite it. Nuts is not going to bite it. Nuts will... is that a... No, is it fucked? Oh, hang on. Ah, shit. That is indeed a critical fail. You fucking penis. I'm pretty sure most of the damage Nuts has done is to herself. That's So as Nuts, the Mastiff, is trying to tear teeth into the demonic salamander, she burns her mouth, bless her. And won't attack again. It's not gone well for her so far. So the Hellhound's turn. Please turn to page. Hellhound will try and bite. Can I do this? Bam! There you go, flipped. It will attempt.
Sorcery.
Yes! It will try and bite Sinis with a nat 20.
Oh shit!
I'll take that then.
I'll assume the rest hits. Where's... I wasn't expecting this. Where's my hound? You little... Ooh.
And that time
This
a
is-
TPK.
Right, so...
You can just blame.
oh,
Zach.
fuck me.
No.
16, 20... Oh, shit. You take 40 points.
I'm still good.
Do you resist fire or chaos at all?
The shit.
Are you lawful or neutral?
Neutral.
Neutral. Chaos doesn't hurt.
Cool. So you don't have to worry about... 4 points of that, so you take 36. 36 points you take.
I'm not full back now. 22.
Just doing maths. Yeah, that's fine. Yay.
Seeing how its teeth near ripped your throat out, it'll try and bite you again.
That seems like a good move for it.
That's a critical fail.
Ouch.
And it will do lots of damage to itself. 5. Oh, it's looking incredibly bad. It's wobbling. Fire just dripping, like fiery saliva dripping from its mouth. One eye closed, one leg like twitching for no reason. It's now Gideon's turn. I was just going to slam the thing in the face. Oh, get off. It's going to tear through it in his Beowulf form. Which... she misses, but not critically. He'll try again. -5. He will hit with his -5. And tear ass. Bam! And after his first one sort of swings over the salamander's shoulder, his second one just carves open, scales fly everywhere, fiery, visceral liquid napalm death. There you go, there's a description for you. Right, it's next turn. Next gonna shoot his bow of death. God, this man's... why am I doing that? Right. Let's do it properly, shall we?
You got access to a
Shoot
shield.
6.
Yay! Right, I don't know how sneak attack works.
You add his damage to it.
Oh no, you just you hit last turn, didn't you?
Also, the enemy's flanked, so sneak attack still flies.
So yeah, so he rolls an extra what?
There should be a sneak attack macro for him, I thought, but if not, he rolls an extra level. I'm going to say 2d6 to start off with, but I'll find out for you.
Yeah, I think it's 2. Sod it, I'm rolling 2d6.
Fair.
He's not broke.
Takes an extra 6. The parts of the scales are just falling off now when you see this almost honey-like magma just flowing out of the wounds, dripping onto the floor of the empty fountain. This thing is also spitting the same dripping magma from its mouth in what you would assume are some weird death throes. Siddis, you and Otto are still beating on a hellhound.
Oh, so I'm quite annoyed that this thing has done quite a lot of damage to me, so I'm going to try and do an actual spell, lady.
I don't believe
I
you.
know.
Is it Diz?
I know. It's not!
We're going to do actual magic, Diz. Heightened.
Can it make me a fortitude save?
Give it a go. 21.
That is the number.
So that's a save.
I'm just trying to see. So I think it just takes the basic damage, or does it take half? It'd be half on it.
It takes half.
Cool. So it'll take half of this. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch.
Ooh. Jesus. That's a lot of ones. So total damage 12.
It'd be 6.
That looks weird. Why was it rolled so many dice but only got 12?
Because it's rolling the critical as well.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that is far more than 12.
But I thought that when I was loading the macros. I'm like, why is there dice?
Do you heal from that or anything?
I get some spare. I get temporary hit points, so I will
Equal to half the damage.
for half the damage that's taken. So it's negative damage, and
So
I'll get temporary HP.
So you'll get 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. That crit would have been beautiful.
Oh, me! That'd have been slap down for the pupper.
It is balancing on one leg. The other 3 are in midair, like
I
like a
am.
magic giraffe.
Which point, probably just going to try and hit it with a stick.
This will be amazing.
Hit the other leg.
Yeah, you nail this thing with a stick. Does casting magic count as the negative to the melee strike or not, Mr. Stew?
You get your multiple attack penalty is what you're asking.
Yeah.
That was a touch spell, so yes.
Okay.
So it's -5.
Yep, off the total.
Actually, Kerry, did you roll to hit for that?
No, it was a fort.
It was a
It's a
fort
save. It was a
Okay,
save.
it's not an attack.
Okay, so cool. There you go. This is why I asked.
No, it's fine. I didn't have the log to see if she rolled a melee hit roll.
Yep, no worries.
Right, it does mean that my aura will go down, but I'm going to try and smack it with probably... Let's go with the dagger's probably what I'm going to grab. 23 to hit.
Oh, that hits. What's your damage?
4 silver.
4 silver. This is amazing. It's still going.
It's got to be down to that 1.
It's a little bit more than 1, but not by a lot.
Well, I've done everything I can. That's me. I've vampiric touched it and stabbed it. I'm good.
I really don't want to kill Steel with Otto. Greg Vane. Oh, you're dying, mate. So stop yourself
it's
dying.
dying.
Is it
So I
DC
need to
15?
roll-
Straight roll first.
That's exactly it. It's down to there.
16. So you are no longer dying, or are you
I am
conscious?
wounded 1. And on 1.
You're wounded 1.
I am now wounded 1.
So you're conscious.
Dying 0.
Yeah.
Come on, 0. Just checking. Hang on. Dying.
You can tell how long it's been. When I did the Fallen Plague Stone, I know this off by heart.
Yeah. I was thinking to myself, I was like, this is only becoming relevant because I don't have a hero.
Yeah.
That's all we ever do. Dying. If you lose a dying condition automatically and wake up if I ever have one hit one or more. Alright, that's fine. That doesn't matter.
4, 5, 9.
Dying.
There we go.
Dying values. I only because I didn't get critical success. I am on 0, so I'm unconscious, but I'm not dying.
Cool. So you're on 0 hit points, unconscious, wounded 1.
Yep.
Which means if you get hit again, you are taken to dying, but take that wounded with you, so you'll be on dying 2.
Yep, that's right.
Cool.
Yep.
It's actually quite a cool mechanic. I quite like the fact that when you get back up, you're still carrying the wounds of nearly dying. So if you go down again, you are in just as bad a shit state. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it works really well.
If you're at wounding 4 and die, you're straight to death.
Yeah. I love that. If you die, you're dead. It's a brilliant sentence to say.
It's a good mechanic, Amy.
Yeah. I love it.
I can go to wounded 4. You can't.
Yeah, correct.
So, Mr. Gavin,
Yes.
is that your turn then? You just roll that.
I'm literally just at the chapter now. It's just I'm trying to skim read it and I keep flipping past it, which is kind of annoying. When you're done,
I thought if you brought yourself conscious, you could continue your turn, but if you...
That's the annoying thing.
If you
it
don't...
doesn't actually. It says on a successful dying value reduced by 1. Doesn't actually then include anything about what happens to your hit points. But
I'm pretty sure the last time we did it, if you got brought round, you got your go. But if you don't get brought round...
Condition by succeeding a recovery check and still at 0, you remain unconscious.
Yeah.
But you can be described on 460.
Right, we're going to go with you've lost your turn, but you're no longer dying.
If you're unconscious and at 0 hit points but not dying, you naturally return to 1 hit point and awaken after sufficient time passes.
Sufficient time?
Right now.
Roll a d4.
Is it going to be like 4 minutes? Oh,
You'll get up after 1 round.
Sweet, no problem. That is always me then. I will take off a haste.
It's a bit.
So I'm gonna burn my 4th level spell because I can only cast it on heal or harm, and use the 2-action version of heal.
Oh.
Because my Macross is only pinned in for the level 1 version, I'm going to do it by dice roll.
Okay.
Getting old school.
Starts.
I love number rocks.
6 is 11, 12, 13, 12, 13, 14. Regain 46 HP. Gavain.
Sweet.
46?
Yeah.
Jesus.
46.
As you read the heal spell, at each level, you can cast it 1-action touch and they'll regain a D8. If you cast it 2-action ranged, it's a D8 plus 8. And for every level you increase it, it's increased the D8. And for the 2-action, and the plus 8.
Ah, yeah, that's pretty cool.
So for the 2-action version, it becomes 32 plus 48.
Just
yeah.
I mean, you need it. Like, to be fair.
Yeah, boy. So that's my last 4th level, and again I'll cast shield because this guy's probably going to be annoyed I've just woke up the paladin.
Oh, it's like you've read my mind.
Hark, doth thou hear the paladin return?
Doth thou see that the paladin's just been floored and looked up at you and gone, not today, sonny.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Cool, it's turn.
Yeah. What?
So, because I went to get ethnic food for dinner, I have a fortune cookie. So I'll wait till the end of the fight.
Are you taking her fate job?
Well, no, I'm not taking it. I just want to see how they compare.
Come to the fate side. We legit have cookies.
That is brilliant.
Come to the fates. We have cookies.
So, right, the mother kipper.
It was like I've wronged you somehow.
Oh, shadow. There we go.
Oh, thinking about it now.
Oh no, the tactics are coming out. He's reading.
So for 3 rounds, I can do this.
Nah, screw it.
I'm just reading Tess. Tess is trying to steal Tavay as a good healer for our game later on in the week.
It will cast. It will cast Armor of Flames.
Oh shit.
Put its AC up to, but with a flat-footed, so it'll stay on 24. So whenever you guys hit it now with a physical attack, I will need a reflex save off you. And it's going to slam the glaive into Gawain first, then Tavay.
Yeah. It's like, I just killed you. Stay dead.
So first glaive attack at Gawain.
Probably misses.
Might be. What's the pen? Are you flat-footed because you're prone?
I is prone, which is slightly different. That's slightly worse. So I believe at
the hit is a 24.
Yeah, it'll hit me. Because I'm at least at -2.
And the damage is not a lot. 11 points of piercing as it stabs. 11. 1-1.
Yeah.
Yep. It'll, in the same motion, spin the glaive around and cleave into Tavay. Maybe not.
AC is currently 20.
19. Alright, it's missed. 19, mate.
Nice.
Because of the -5.
It goes over my head. He's like he's trying to fight a real person.
Yeah. It's now Otto's turn. Oh, it's good. Oh, fuck me.
I feel bad for that.
It doesn't bother me at all.
I
I'm involved.
just find it funny. He's gonna Ray of Frost.
I mean, he didn't.
He's gonna miss. He's gonna miss.
Otto!
Critically.
He's gonna get killed by a hellhound, you ball bag.
He's gonna hurt himself. Pretty sure I've done that wrong, but he's taking 5 points. He manages to put his finger in his mouth and cast Ray of Frost. Then he will cast Heal on Sinis. Who's got Heal in front of him?
What do you need?
He's casting the 2-action version of Heal, or the heightened version of Heal. The one he could do at range last time.
It's 2 actions. If he's used 2 actions to cast.
His cantrip's 2 actions in it. He's just going to stand. He'll swing his stick in.
It can heal for 1 action, but it doesn't get the +8. It's just D8.
Can he heal at range?
No.
No.
Right. He'll hit it with his stick. At -5. He will. Holy shit! He will actually hit the. Hang on. He's hit the thing.
I saw the 18. I'm like, come on, Otto.
He's fucked off. It's bullshit. Fucking. Oh! It's fucking. He's got modifiers. Not. Has he? Hang on.
Well, he's got +1 from Bard. Oh wait, no.
No, that's
not his turn. He doesn't.
Hit him with his stick. Add his strength. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Anything else?
If he's got agile or finesse, then he can add his dex instead.
No. There's no way. All right,
then
cool.
he just adds his strength.
That is fucking amazing. He does not kill it. He has no addition to his strength. Now it's on 1 hit point. Fucking.
I get killed by this thing on 1 hit point.
Oh, strength 10 +0. Lovely. Right.
Just saying, Zek will kill steal that thing. That would totally be a Zek thing to do.
Only
I don't care if it does.
Yeah, to be fair, fuck kill steal, just kill everything. That's my thing. Nuts. She's getting a little bit bored of biting herself, but she'll
Definitely
attempt to bite the salamander again. Oh, come on! Misses, but doesn't critically miss. Oh!
Hey!
Nuts! Yes!
So nuts nutty critical.
Wow.
Oh,
Y'all heard. Critical nuts. Critical nuts.
Oh dear. 11. Fuck off. Nuts rips into it, has a mastiff self, and as she bites through the torso, you can see ash just all start flowing around her face as the thing starts to fade away, screeching to the skies. The glaive clangs to the floor, and there is smoke and ash all about you. As Nuts starts shaking her head, and as the ash fades away, you can see her just like. The hellhound does not disappear, and it's the hellhound's turn, and it's going to. It's gonna.
I'm just gonna lie down in it.
It's gonna bite both of you. It's gonna bite you first.
There it is. I'm just gonna lie down.
I mean, fucking what the fuck? I don't understand games anymore.
I was another 20 for.
those at home that can see the dice roll.
No, you can see it small on the screen, but.
Yeah, it's on the Twitter. That's a nat 20 chat. Right, where's the one? It's fucking stupid. These are proper cool little monsters, by the way, if you ever want to use them. That's not bad. 8, 12, 24. Take off for 20 points.
Oh, I'm still up. I've got 2 hit points left.
Oh, oh shit! It's all over the shop.
It's gone upside down.
Don't know me horizontal from his vertical.
It's really happy. It's just a backflip to hit the other one.
Oh, it's hit auto. It's hit auto. Jesus Christ. And Otto is taking 7. What's that?
Okay.
13?
Yeah, Jesus. I was trying to add the other bit. Otto doesn't look good.
Let's join the club.
It's now Gideon's turn. Come on, that 20. Roll 20 even. What? What's it doing? It's not letting me select anything. Why is that?
Like, maybe?
No, hang on. Let me see. Alright, won't let me do it because he's hidden. Alright, okay.
Oh, yeah,
fucking, Gideon will use all of his turn to get here.
Oh, again.
Today it's your turn. There you go. I'm in.
I know that I fixed him. That's the stator. I'm how far? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 1, 2, 3. I'll move 30 foot that way. And what's my 30 foot, 60 foot cantrip? Because I thought this would be my healing turn. Divine Lance, is it a hit? Is it a roll a hit? That's a shield. Oh.
I bet if you hit it, it's gone.
I think these are all a hit, aren't
Your other Divine Lances were all to hit.
I'm just, no, my concern is that it's only a 30 foot range. Daze is the 60 foot range. Can it make a can it make a save, buddy?
I'm not even going to roll because even at half damage it's dead. So Tavay steps forward, reaches out his hand.
But if it critically succeeds, nothing happens.
Alright, I'll give it a roll.
I just want to see if it can just, say no.
That is not a critical save.
That is not cracking. It dies.
Boom. Can you all take 300? No. Right, let's...
300 XP, cracking, thank you.
Well, you say that.
Wait, the boss is about to show up and tell us it's not even his final form.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Turns out to be perfect.
As the Hellhound dies, you see in the centre the fiendish demonic portal close in on itself and disappear to nothingness. The ash that exploded around the Hellhounds and the fiendish salamander that were during the combat have all gone. There is nothing laid resting on the floor. Let's go back to that player cams. Yay! FYI, we don't have Zek tonight, kids. Boo.
In case anyone hadn't noticed, we're a goblin short.
Yeah.
We
So,
can make a sock puppet for next time one of us isn't here.
wow. Jesus. We use sock puppets for other stuff. What's left around you is Gideon in full form, beowulf form. You still have nuts in a mastiff. Hang on. You still have nuts as a mastiff. The dead, unconscious, laid flat down on the floor, Satyr. The glaive that Gawain can see just in front of you on the floor is now a pure silver shaft. The 8-said shaft. The blade itself has a white gold colouring to it, so it's just slightly differentiates from the shaft. And it is smooth, no symbols, no engravings, no nothing. It's just a very, very well made silvery white gold glaive.
If we're out of initiative, AD, I want to run over here and check unconscious Satyr man.
You are indeed out of initiative. As you are checking unconscious Satyr man, you see before you a Satyr that you imagine would have died of old age. The creature on the floor before you, you can only just tell it's a Satyr by the fact that you watched it walk out as some sort of strange image. But it is definitely a corpse and it is aged. It's been well preserved, but it's definitely aged over centuries.
Oh.
And the silver glaive on the floor beside it.
Cool.
I'm going to quickly shout to everyone in the area to come and stand within 30 feet of me.
I believe I am already.
And then anyone that needs it regains 15 HP. And I'm a caster again. Regains another 10. So they all regain 25 HP and I'm a 2 spell slots.
Cool.
Because everyone needs.
The fountain, you see water start returning to it from the central area, the central circle with the star on it. Water just seems to be pouring out of it, more from a unseen source rather than a spout or anything. And the fountain is slowly, in its 90-foot self, starting to fill back up again.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
I think we should get out of the fountain, unless you wish to bathe in its waters, says Otto.
If you can tell me how the water appears, but yeah, probably a good thing. I'm going to walk over and pick up the spear.
As you pick up the spear, give me a will save.
Oh. Yeah! Let's go with no.
Magic vision.
It is. You might get a bonus.
You are?
Depending what sort of thing it is, you might have a bonus from me.
17? Let me just check
17 will save.
I actually think you failed. Give me a sec.
The point where you forge another magic gemstone or a magic glaive. I'm in.
Mate, this is where I turn that glaive into a beautiful demonic glaive and reappear.
Either that or it converts into a coffee pot of some form, and you're like,
Time to start big fighting with a larp spear.
I was going to say, Martin, if you were picking this up as an NPC in a LARP event, you can be damn sure I'll rough attack them before you pick the fucking thing up.
As you pick up the spear, time stops.
Yeah!
You are, or at least for you, you are above the forest of Emrys. And you now see the shape of a slumbering draconic creature, gargantuan in size, well beyond gargantuan, it is the size of the entire northern forest of Savai. And you can see now why people believe that it to be the corpse of said dragon that is known as Emrys, just the shape of the forest itself from a bird's eye view. The front end of the forest, where it reaches the elemental fae-esque land of Dorham, which you are aware is in the material realm fully, and not a weird and wonderful place. Oh, well, the rumours believe it's weird and wonderful, but it's a place you can visit quite easily. But the head of the forest is near where you would go to the valleys into Dorham. And the trees and earth beneath the forest start to raise up as if something beneath it, beneath the soil itself, is rising up. And you see in front of you, as the head comes up, you are kind of just floating in nothingness. Some call it the sky, others the nothingness. And
some of us call it the sky.
Some of us call it space.
Some of us call it Jimmy.
Hey, look at Jimmy. Jimmy's blue today. And rising up in front of you is a creature with a very similar style of head to Sinis. But they are a massive, massive lizard-like creature. There is no wings come up. No, while you two are getting it on, can we just somebody clip that? And you swear blind the draconic creature is smiling for a second. And you just hear a voice in your head that simply says, "Suffer no fiend to live."
Why?
Wow. Why?
Sorry, buddy, that would be my thing.
That's okay, I'm alright with that. I don't like them.
Kind of racist.
And
I got nothing. Yeah, and fair play.
you return to the fountain.
I'm sorry, that should have been so much more mystical.
No, you made it longer than it was supposed to be. It'd be more mystical with other people.
Tell me your plot, Green Dragon.
Oh, the dragon don't have any plot, but he's got a badass spear that Tavir now can't let go of.
Yeah, I've not been told that, and I've not got out of the fountain yet, so I don't need to try.
Alright, Martin, if Tavir tries to let go of it,
Yeah.
So, no time has passed for Tavir.
I'm gonna offer it up to the big paladin. Vane?
Tavir, you don't. As you think, oh, I'll see if Gavain wants this, you change your mind.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more of a couldn't physically.
Oh, no, you're like full Lord of Rings in it now, mate, as far as you're concerned. Oh, this is cool, lads. This is mad. It's mad precious.
I understand it's my spear. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to offer it to the paladin.
If you want to teach me, if you want me to teach you how to use spear, I can try.
Sweet.
Do you all get out of the fountain, or are you staying in the waters?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna get out of the fountain. I was gonna get out of the fountain for the water.
You're all out of the fountain, on the edge. Nuts transforms back into her orcish self and stands away from the outer banking of the fountain, and just stands there watching it refill in a bit of a daze. There is the odd scarring, or wounds rather than scars, that you see upon her, still from the battle, that have transferred from Mastiff to Orc, as well as the helper Tavir that helped. But you see her now, just her lips are moving. What she's saying you don't know, but you can see her wounds healing in a similar fashion as to when Tavir does yours. The hellhounds that were fighting all around you in the forest, you hear the last few howls and bays as they are ended by the remaining druids. There are druids laying dead on the floor. Some are heavily wounded and kind of crying out in pain, but other druids are moving to them to heal them. The wildlife of the forest returns, and it's a strange thing to hear birds chirping whilst druids around you are screaming in agony. It's as if Bambi met Saving Private Ryan.
All gone very apocalypse.
Druid like walking past. Yes, sing along in the background. Druid's like putting his arm off.
Yeah. Snow White singing to a squirrel,
Yeah.
fingering a budgie. So what do you do?
Oh, on the immediacy, unless it changes my personality, unless the spear changes my personality as well, I'm going to try and go help the spear, the fallen druids, help with healing.
Cool, that spear.
How's
The only thing about the
Battlefield
spear
medic
is
together?
it literally is. It's just your spear.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go battlefield medic because that's the whole
Okay.
how I grew up.
So you start going around doing your thing. I will say what you notice about the spear is it's not that you never think about passing it on. Like you do have those moments of Gawain could use this, but you will always second guess yourself. As in you're like, I could give this to Gawain. Actually, I'll keep it.
You give it to him. He uses a shield, and this needs 2 hands.
Yeah.
He can put his shield on his back. He's done it before. So give me a medicine check. We'll see how many of the druids you help survive.
I help some back.
You do not help. Jesus.
So Gawain
helps them pass, as he said.
Gawain's just walking around, druids closing their eyes. Wait, oh
Shit.
Jeez.
Oh,
Jesus.
for the love of Christ.
So Gawain is mistakenly closing the eyes of some of the orcs that are not actually dead, and because Taver's a great friend, he sees the ones with the closed eyes, and not to embarrass Gawain, finishes them.
I got nothing.
During your
Do it, Dennis. Do it. I need to see this. Do it.
Mine was like, roll me a medicine. I'm like, I don't want to.
Do it.
So this wipes out the tribe.
She starts killing the live ones.
Oh. The first one was a 10. I just double clicked because I didn't think it responded.
Oh yeah, 10's massive.
It's better than a 1.
Give me a sec.
One was still
You don't want
a
to
9.
burn the bits reroll on that one.
I'm actually quite tempted to hero roll mine.
Yeah.
Too late now. Too late, I'm keeping it. I'm overruling your hero roll. Right, so as the three of after the battle, you all go about trying to help in any way you are trained to do so, magically or just pure knowledge.
Literally a field medic.
Not according to that, mate.
Not today.
Yeah, better off as a fucking blacksmith, mate.
Yes, I am.
Hammer the bones back
This
up.
one's ready for forge.
1 second, you're still bleeding. Let me get this rune.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's a knife, not a rune. Right, so as you go around helping the remaining druids, it does seem that the battle took more of a toll on them than you first expected. And those that you are trying to help, unfortunately, are too far gone, and your skills are lacking this day. Maybe the adrenaline is, come down, making your hands shake. Taver's having a bit of PTSD from his field medic days and just cuts the wrong artery. Not that there's a right artery to cut, but and
had a graze on his knee. He's now bleeding from the neck. We don't know what's going on.
so this is just screaming stories at people until they die. Once upon a time, the beginning, the middle, and the end. Yeah, so unfortunately, the success of the battle is kind of overshadowed. Somewhat. There's quite a loss of druids after the fight. Not necessarily due to you, but there was a lot of hellhounds, and you haven't helped, or at least you don't believe you've helped as best as you could. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of Wilderness hellhounds been biting people. They try to rip Sinis's throat out. It could be anything. Could be anything that put them on the way. I mean, holding the nose with your hand over the mouth might have helped, but it could be anything. I'm just going to check his pulse. Why have you got him in an headlock today? Feeling it on my forearm. Anyway, moving on. You reckon there's Otto, there is Nuts, and probably about 7 other druids around you that you can see still standing or not carrying wounds that would put them out. The rest, unfortunately, have passed on to the great forest of Emrys in the Jimmy.
Is Nuts still injured?
Nuts is still injured, yeah. Slowly healing.
I'll offer a heal if you want one.
Yeah, she's cut to shit.
I'll lay on hands for 36. Oh no, sorry, 18. Apologies.
18? Right,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, she's...
Can't actually critically hit Cura.
Cool. She's not far off rejuvenated now. Gideon, you turn and you can see that the wounds he took with, other than the magic Tevere cast on him, he's kind of just walking round the outer edge of the fountain and paddling in it. So the waters of the fountain are splashing up over his rather large beowulf feet. And you see his wounds regenerating rather than being healed magically. After Tevere's, obviously, intervention. First of all, thank you. I don't know what to say. Is everyone okay?
Yeah. For a given value.
Better than expected. Not as good as hoped.
We've all made it through. We're sorry about your people.
Looking around, I was like, I swore that one were alright. Yes, the losses were hard to the circle. We will seek younger druids to replace, and he's just absolutely lost in the moment of looking around. But is very aware that they've died within the forest of Emrys and will return to that magic weave, or at least believe so. The glaive looks at Tevere. May I have it? Saving light.
Nah, mate, but I'm considering chilling darkness. Yeah, I kind of like it. I'm literally waiting for the order to roll for this, mate.
No, there's no order. May I check it to see if it is truly cleansed?
That seems reasonable.
Like glue. You just hold it out to him, and he begins muttering an incantation that Sinis, probably yourself, recognises quite easily as they're detecting the magic of it and reading its aura and such. Maybe 20 seconds pass. He nods. It is cleansed. You seem keen to keep it, Tevere.
I do.
We said we would reward. Do you wish the glaive as reward? I see no better champions to protect it from falling to fiendish hands again than those that defeated the fiend that took it in the first place.
Apart from the guy that just called the god inside it racist.
Don't tell him what you said to him, mate.
You want to go roll? Just quit on your head.
I would be honoured.
My precious. You got balls, and start eating fish. Riddles go through your mind.
But fairly certain I can cast harm and get away.
Pretty sure you could do one of those two things. So then we will return to the fire and rest, drink, eat. It took about an hour after the fight for you to go around everybody and make sure they were truly gone. You head back to unless you all decide not to, you head back to the fire.
They need healing. Make sure they're actually dead.
I've never seen 3 worse rolls for jumping.
I've done this image is like, oh, there's a casualty in the water bath. Hang on a minute. It's going to hold it underwater. Oh,
1 second, what? There's no longer a casualty in the water bath.
I mean,
I can see a body. There is no longer a casualty.
they're not injured anymore.
That's what a triage?
Ah.
Anyway. Yeah, we'll go to the place, we'll do the thing.
Right, so you're all sat around the fire, you're getting fed, you're getting watered. They begin to, you notice it straight away, Sinis, the remaining druids. Now you're back at the camp, or where they are currently residing. You only see 10 to 11 druids, whereas before there would have been maybe 30, 40 at some points. The loss was quite a big one.
Yeah.
But they are chilling, relaxing, shooting some b-ball, and they are telling tales of the past druids. They are not loudly singing songs, but that soft, mournful songs that are getting passed around. It's been quite a morning.
Yeah, I'll try and listen to tales and do some sad songs if it's appropriate, but I don't want to encroach on their grief, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if it feels awkward, I'm just going to stand there and listen to their stories and remember them.
Okay.
But I will kind of look at these guys and be like, do we actually have a task after this?
There's some things we need to do back in Valcow.
Is there?
Things I need to do back in Valcow.
Oh, okay.
I can explain more. This was more pressing. I wasn't going to burden you.
Oh, okay.
So, brief interlude. Fate. What did the tarot deck say about this one?
Well, oh, yeah, I drew before. It was a challenge. Yeah. It was a 7 of Wands. Yeah. I drew it. I was like, yeah, that scans.
Take tarot mysticism. I'm going to crack the fortune cookie just to prove it. There we go.
One of my people. Let's go.
There we go. Right. What's it say?
You will murder a load of druids.
That's like German. Can start. The brighter future starts for you on Saturday.
It's clearly talking about my new spit.
Yeah, basically.
My new shiny silver gold spit.
Yeah, cool.
We
Right.
didn't have any silver spears. We just had to use the black one. I'm sorry.
We'll stick with the tarot cards. Fortune cookies aren't as good.
You've just not got the gift.
I know. Very today focused. Jesus Christ, these are sick.
They all taste like that.
Yeah, no.
So, you've got your after your fortune cookie and etc. You will have an hour or so to eat, drink, discuss what you have to do in Valcow. Given.
Right. Dennis
Mm-hmm.
and Rive. Debate, what spear is that anyway? Do you need training in it, or can you use it normally? Is it a spear or is it a glaive?
It's a glaive. It's an actual glaive.
Natural glaive. So, as a small creature, can I even physically wield this?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll feel comfortable using it.
Okay. I feel comfortable using it, but I'll never say no to additional training.
Yeah, I mean, glaives are traditionally a martial weapon used by like pikemen, infantrymen, etc. So they're pretty good. They're very they reach, obviously, and they're pretty deadly in combat. So using
Excellent.
it properly takes some mastery. That will certainly help teach you.
If you would.
No problem at all. So you can do that back at Valcow, I guess. Try and start here. Yeah, there's the church. Well, sorry. The rest of the Order of the Ivy Knights, I've been asked to check out something about the Blood Dragon followers.
Okay.
So basically, it's the Knights of the Kindred. Effectively, we need to find out. There's a couple of things. One is to find out who the anonymous proposer of Gedeon as my squire is. Arnulf is the only sort of lead we've got on that. He's apparently another mountain shepherd. And then, yeah, looking for the Knights of the Kindred. Apparently being really secretive and things are happening. We're withholding information, so we need to sort of do some investigation digging.
Okay.
As part of other duty to the church of, keeping law and order.
Knights of the Kindred. They're the ones that follow
Shadir.
Shadir.
Amethyst
As
Dragon.
in the god of magic and keeping secrets.
Yeah.
They're keeping secrets.
Does sound like their MO. He does raise an excellent point.
Yeah. That's it, is it? They're like an offshoot of the Blood Dragon.
Okay.
So they might be up to no good.
Are we closer now where we are? Are we any closer to the mountains to look at a mountain shepherd, or do we know where the Knights of Kindred are?
Are you asking me, or are you asking...
I'm asking these guys if they know where we are.
But you'd have to tell us that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the mountain shepherds they shepherd the Pride Mountains, which is the southern border. So you started in the Pride Mountains. The Forest of Emrys is the northern border. So you are the length of the nation away from the mountains. Bear in mind, the druids could probably get you to a tree.
That's true.
In Dolinsk, maybe, the way you started.
Which means that what's his face could probably follow up his love letter lead that he couldn't quite get. I don't know.
Sergei.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're no closer to one or the other, I suppose. We'll figure out how we get there. But yeah, a secretive order being secret isn't a lot to go on. So
it's more going to be one of those infiltration things where we have to kind of like find their secret hideout and have a listen in on some of their secret meetings and.
Shadia is secrets are not overly important to Shadia. They're not a part of the pantheon. Like it's not a mantra of their edict. They just. So Shadia's thing is become more powerful.
It's all about knowledge and power.
Yeah, so become more powerful than your enemy. Use every option available to you. Arcane over steel is the edicts of Shadia. If secrets is a tool that you can use, then obviously they'd use it. But it's not a specific. Well, we are a secretive pantheon. Like, the Ivy Knight's probably the only one that doesn't have secrets.
Okay.
Fair.
Just for clarification on your.
Okay.
Their anathema is not having backup plans and getting defeated. So it's hilarious.
Fair.
So on the outer character, I know that one because that's my own boy.
But yeah, that was all I was asked to do by my superiors in the order.
Yeah.
Mostly I want me to look into the background of Gideon. Why Gideon?
I mean, I feel we could ask Gideon some questions.
Yep. Which we can do now. We've got a campfire.
Maybe not right now.
Oh, sure.
You're still like 3 times my size.
He's always 3 times your size.
How tall are you?
3 foot.
He's currently 5 times your size in Beowulf form. He's 9 foot normal, 15 when he's big.
Oh my.
Yeah. So
I'm 3 foot 2 when I stand up straight. There we go.
But Beowulf Gideon looks at Gavin. Change. Questioningly.
Yeah, go on. It's probably good here. You can relax.
And you see the ever wonderful sight of Gideon returning to his 9-foot teal-skinned bolshoi half-giant creature. He's a big fucker aside from you.
Oh.
No fur, no clothes.
First power.
Yeah.
Strong.
Good fight.
Yeah. Pretty tapped on magic, but yeah.
Yeah. Strong judgment.
Yep. Yeah. Let's pick whether we're heading to Valcow or mountains.
I will follow. Say again?
Pardon?
Do we reckon we've been paid enough to satisfy Klepto over there?
Right, so crafter, give me a lore craft of it.
A lore craft?
Whatever your crafting roll is, you know what I mean?
Craft that lore.
Well, I've got craft, I've also got lore.
Whatever's your...
I've got lore of warfare, lore of goblin.
Nah, craft, do craft.
Amazing. Fuck's sake. 17.
17? Oh.
Considering I've got plus 12, that's really bad.
Start doing some repairs.
17. Okay, you know that the glaive is made of at least the shaft of it, high-grade silver. And I've lost the page. The high-grade silver, you know roughly is worth... Where have you gone, you little fucknut? Oh, you fucker. I've ordered 30 bookmarks. And they're little chibi animals, who knew?
That does sound like you. That does sound
Decided,
like you a lot.
Decided them coming out next year. Although Eddie won't be surprised. Where was it gone?
After a particularly named spear or something there, buddy.
No, not the name spear. The high-grade silver value. I just had it in front of me and then I closed the book. Because I'm a massive penis. Right, let's... Stu, find me.
Crafting and treasure.
Yeah, crafting and treasure. I'm in there, but I've lost... Ah, here we go. Oh no. Weapon potency. Right, so your high-grade silver... Oh, you mother fudger.
We've got a well silver spear that we have to pry off you while you're asleep.
I was going to say, Eddie, you can work out the cash value of the spear, but if I'm disinclined to let go of it,
it's so
then,
you can decide how you answer Gaven's question as do you think we've been paid enough. I mean, you might say no regardless. So it's worth a lot of money. Is the stuff like thousands and thousands of gold? Ah, here we go.
You'll afford it.
You reckon it's about 10 to 13 grand, just the shaft. The balls will cost you a bit more.
We've already got the nuts, Eddie. We don't need any more.
So if Nuts holds this shaft,
Oh god.
they become Megazord or penis.
To keep this one going, how much is just the tip?
Oh no!
Right, if it had rolled high, I'd have told you. So yeah, you reckon the haft.
yeah.
Not better if you call it a hat.
The long bit of the glaive is worth 10 to 13,000 gold pieces. If you were to buy it, crafting it, obviously, you know, is like 4.5 grand minimum before you start adding time and effort into it.
Yeah.
But it's a very valuable spear, or it appears to be.
Yeah. Makes it awkward.
Not
Right.
really.
You've got a brand new spear to fly him off with if he starts trying to top it up.
Yeah. But I'm also disinclined to go against the group.
In what way? I don't know about sinning, so I'm okay with having it.
I don't really care. I can sing for supper the best of times.
The worst of times.
Magic.
I'll just give it.
I'm not going to tell you what I do for supper at the worst of times.
I'll suck your dick
ask
for
either.
50 cents. Okay.
I like Anthony's cheeseburgers, man.
Yeah, I'll say it. The spear. I'll say to Gawain and thing. The spear is exceptionally valuable. If Klepto in the corner needs something, I still have a couple of 100 gold that he paid me for upgrading his armor. I'll give him that.
You give him his gold back.
We'll tell him from the druids.
I'm looking on a leaf from the druid's kiss.
Zek's going to hit level 20 and broke even.
We're just going to keep giving him his own gold back.
He's like, oh yeah, been paid 300. Why the fuck? I recognise these guys.
I'll literally get a bag of whip up a bag of gold for him using like some of the gold that he gave me.
Non-consecutive coins, mate.
Non-consecutive coins.
Oh.
I'm going to launder it for you.
Oh yeah, I'll give it to you, and the church can give it to me.
I'll take the bag of coins. I'm going to walk over to the fountain, dip it in there.
Yeah, okay.
Start wishing well in it. So,
He said
Oh, mate.
We just littered them on the bottom. He wanted to die for it anyway. No, anyway.
Right.
Torture.
While you are discussing said thing, and sat around the fire and working out your next venture, it's 9:30, so I'm going to call a break there. Well, I fucking pissed myself laughing. Right, so that's part one out of the way for tonight. We're going to have a quick bio break, grab a drink, take a shit. Oh, I'll just have a wee. So we'll see you all soon. Stick around, tell your friends this is going on. I believe Paizo, the official creators of Pathfinder 2nd Ed, probably got about 100 viewers, but we're better than them. So go onto their stream, tell them to come to ours, they'll love it. It's totally get us sponsored by them in the future.
Yeah, we're legit.
That's going to totally work. I love that. We do it on this stream.
Raided by Paizo.
Right, see you in a bit, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Notice me, senpai.
Right, we're back.
Let's go.
You got your faces on. Stu.
Yeah, what?
Mask looking good, lad. I like it. So, welcome back. It produced the best glam rock. It produced the best hair rock. No regrets on the 80s. What you on about, Tess? What's happened?
Talking about the 80s. Being a child of the 80s, it's a good time.
Oh, Jesus. So, part 2. Welcome back. Let me put some music on. Ooh, the calm forest. Oh, we'll go with that one.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't have an All You Druids Are Dead playlist.
Let me just have a look. Oh, yeah. So, just before... Jesus. That might be too loud. Just before the break, this lot finished their fight with a demonic salamander from the realms of hell. They cleansed the fountain, returned it to its state that the druids wished it to be in, and didn't die, which is always good. Many of the druids fell in the battle with the hellhounds in the surrounding forestry of the fountain, but once everyone had sorted themselves out, done some amazingly high-rolled medicine checks, they made their way back to the large fire of the Circle of Emeralds and just began basically chilling out, resting up, getting some food and drink, and discussing their next step of their little... because, for all intents and purposes, they completed their original task, which was deliver the stone wyvern eggs to Gideon to pass on a love letter. And that was it, really. But they've managed to do a couple of other things on the way. Find a hidden fae realm, return Glycia's shield, discover a demonic, now not so demonic glaive, and still, Zek is 3 gold down. So, you're sat around the fire. Gideon has changed back to his normal Bolshoi self and is sat just chilling out around the fire, watching the brightly coloured creatures of the forest running around up and upon the druids. There are a lot less of them now, but you do notice that there are more of the orb-like colourful orbs in the tree tops. which Sinis will be able to inform you that they are the passed-on spirits of the druids.
Ooh.
Just knows it because of the Emrys link. So, you were discussing your next step. I know you'd mentioned it briefly. Free to go.
I believe we called Gideon over for the purpose of asking him about the mountain shepherds, and thus he can tell us that, and maybe find out that information that Gawain has been asked to find out by his order.
Yeah. So Gideon.
Yes.
Well thought out there.
Thank you.
You are instrumental in preventing many other druids and members of this enclave from being wounded to the point of death. Well done.
I will protect.
Exactly. So now we've got a bit of time to sit and actually talk for longer than 2 minutes. Need to ask you about Arnold.
Okay.
What you can tell me about him, or if you know any more of who put you forward to the Esquire, or who applied for you to the Esquire.
I know not, only that Arnulf said to go to Valcow and seek you out.
And who is Arnold to you? Relation, hierarchy, etc.
A mountain shepherd. He watched over our life.
So he's more of a protector, guardian kind of thing, not a
teacher.
Mentor.
Teacher, yes, teacher. How to survive, how to reach into our and he's searching around, and you can tell that he's not the most educated of his past. Teach us how to use mountain magic.
Okay. Could you take us to him?
Yes.
Okay.
Very far.
Yeah. Sinis, today, anything you want to ask? Question?
We're probably going to want to go to Valcow first so we can stock up. Yeah. Because even if we go and, by the grace of whatever dragons are watching, if we can get right the way down there, we've still got to get all the way back to somewhere else. As Gideon so rightfully put it, mountains are far.
Long way.
And especially for people with shorter legs, are going to be harder to traverse.
We're
just going to put you in a papoose.
He was looking at Zach, but then notices to Bear.
Yeah.
I'm just going to climb your shoulder.
Yeah.
That would definitely make you the good goblin.
Yeah.
You on the left, him and Zach on the right.
Yeah.
Fine, Gideon has about the same kind of tempo as Treebeard as well.
Nuts is close by to give in. So you're going to Valcow?
Eventually, no, we'll have to go back. Unfortunately,
are you requiring us to use the trees again, or are you going to hike?
Oh, I don't require. I don't expect you to drag it away from me. It will be handy for time purposes, but that's now not something we are precious of. We could hike back. We could stay here for a little bit. At least till I make decisions tomorrow at the very
No.
Yeah.
What was that? Sid?
Sorry.
That was me poking Sinis saying, help him.
No. Mate, I drew a hermit. It's every man for himself.
Oh.
Lovely.
I do need to. I sort of look at her and go. I do need to repair my shield before we do anything, though. I can't take a broken shield is not a good defense, so I couldn't trust myself to defend my friends without that. So it's going to take me some time to fix that. Tiv, don't you do anything?
Tiv's like summoning magic in his hand. Like, puts his hand down slowly.
It's like,
Brilliant. I'm pretty sure if Zek were here, he'd just be like, Tiv can do it.
yeah. I'm taking full advantage of the fact that he's currently mute, passed out, I don't know.
He's probably literally diving for coins in the fountain.
Yeah, where we left him.
Take him out and
totally gonna throw some coins in there every now and then just to keep him busy.
His own coins, that's brilliant. I found another one. Well done, Zach. Well done, mate. I'm sure I've just heard a plink over there, mate. So,
we have a pan and everything.
Like a cat with a laser pointer.
So Nuts is quite happy at the fact that you, or appears to be, that you will be sticking around for a little while to fix your shield.
I'm going to attempt to be wry with some humour, as I've been watching far too many American stuff.
Oh god, he's actually going to read that.
No. I'm just looking there. This way.
Incoming comedy, kids.
No. I'm just gonna say, Otto was saying something about needing young druids to train. So,
You don't.
Jesus. I'm in.
Well, fucking dumplings to babies. I mean, what?
Unimpressed with dumplings.
Oh, it's Sinis is behind you like a boat.
Hey, I'm not saying abort.
Full on fucking Team America. It's me. Let me roll. Let me do a dice roll.
mine's there for all to see. So it's fine.
It's not a bad diplomacy.
It's good diplomacy.
Diplomacy. Oh dear.
Look, D&D, you don't ever let someone roll their dice.
I'm just gonna tear this dungeon up. So as you say, wink wink, nudge nudge, they need more baby druids. We could repopulate the race. Adam and Eve. Nuts kind of looks around. She sort of sits straight a bit. Looks at you and smiles with a bit of awkwardness, like, yeah. Have you, what's that, Talwyn? And she just walks away from you. And you see her walk off to engage in whatever it is with Talwyn, the ferret of Zek. Maybe 50 to 60 feet away from the fire. And you can see Talwyn sort of like, nodding at her, and then every now and then looking behind her at you, looking back at Nuts, just nodding, and looking back at you, shaking his head. Talwyn then makes his way over to Gavin, and as you've seen him do many times with Zek, crawls up, pats you on the shoulder, and fucks off into the woods.
I just look at before he fucks off. I look at him and go, mate, I have no idea what the fuck she's been doing. I'm just literally swinging and missing here. And then I'm gonna put on my shield and start repairing it.
Talwyn tilts his head, nods a little bit, and fucks off into the woods.
Oh dear.
So there's no longer Nuts sat with you. You lot and Gideon. You can see Otto is performing some sort of ritualistic meditation about 30 feet from the fire, and he's surrounded by lots of heavy pebbled stones, or pebbles, but around him. Pebbled stones as opposed to pebbled wood. Pebbled dashed is different. Anyway, moving on.
I'm going to be careful not to cast Animate Dead near him. I'm not sure. Right, do you need some of these druids to awaken working again?
Think of it as late healing. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's just late healing.
Jesus.
So we need to think about. You need to fix your stuff.
You start fixing your stuff. I'm going to stare at this for a minute. Well, 10, 15.
You're probably going to need more like an hour.
You might. I know how to fix.
Hey. I can do it too, just not as fast as you.
I'm out.
So Gawain, you are going to do it quicker. You're going to fix your shield, yeah?
Yeah, I need to. It's broken.
Cool. So you start fixing your shield with the little materials that you have, bending it back into the right places, getting the dints out, etc. Tavir, what are you staring at for 10 minutes?
The spear.
The spear? Are you doing what we looked up at the break?
I am, yes.
Right.
And I know that because I've used that sass, I'm gonna do awful. So here I go.
So a religion roll for Tavir to determine the working of the silver glaive of Emrys.
17.
Is that a 91? Oh no.
No,
That's an 11.
It's two nat ones. It's two nat ones.
That ones. Two nat ones on the same dice.
17.
17.
18, 9, you got +1.
Oh, thank you. 18.
18.
That's not bad.
Cool.
Got a bad situation to go.
They don't do bardic inspiration.
Oh no.
I can inspire courage in you and be like, have +1 to hit and damage, but you don't get an inspiration.
Just start hitting the glaive.
Yeah, pick up the glaive. Just use the flat of it to just tap Gawain on the shoulder. There, buddy.
I can also make you go fast.
You can make me go fast.
I can make you go fast.
I am gonna paint a red stripe.
So
Yes.
you are aware.
He's not.
Well, I'm not.
Gideon is.
Gideon is. Right, let me find these. So you are aware that there are 4 magical benefits to this spear. Yeah.
Okay.
You know one of them is something called abundant step.
Go fast.
Oh God, I am gonna go fast.
So you know, whilst holding the spear, the glaive, it's one action. You move so fast you blur across planar boundaries and you can teleport up to a distance equal to your speed within line of sight.
Oh my god, you've got animating strike!
Oh my god, you do!
You have to strike a pose every time you do it.
One of the other ones, like I said, there's 4 of these on here, but you only managed to recognise 2 of them because of your religious role. So it is a magical silver, high-grade silver weapon. It allows you to be trained in it. The wielder is classed as trained in said weapon. There are 4 magical ailments to it. The first one that you are aware of is Abundant Step, and the second one is Key Rush. Again, for an action, it's a verbal cast. You are accelerated by the key of the glaive. You move with such speed, you become a blur. Move 2 times, so 2 strides, 2 steps, or 1 stride and 1 step in either order. You gain the concealed condition during this movement until the start of your next turn. Just for clarification for yourself, mate, if you go to page 401, you can see the monk spells that are upon this glyph. 401 of the players' book, of the core rule book.
Cool. Great.
Sweet, thank you.
And the other 2 you can't quite recognise, but you know they're there. You reckon if you concentrate on it 24 hours from now,
Have another one. Yeah.
it'd be easier to recognise those other 2 because you've already worked out the first 2.
Cool.
Give me a primal. Do you have primal roll? Similar to. So what would primal be? Is it nature?
It's
Give me a nature roll.
nature. 24.
Cool. So I know Martin gets it, but this is for today. The energy or the magical component within the spear is harnessed key energy, which you are aware is used by certain individuals that can harness an inner power that isn't arcane or otherwise. Mainly people that are good with their hands and fists and foreheads, etc. Some call them monks, others call them MMA, bare knuckle. But yeah, you have a spear that currently has its own key, and you get to tap into it.
That's cool. That's really cool.
That is cool. Yeah.
Which is why it's not in the book.
What dice does it use?
The glaive.
What's the dimmy damage?
Yeah, so the glaive is
Dimmy damage.
the potency. It's +2 hit and damage.
Oh, strong.
But I can't.
damn.
It's,
+2 potency.
it's like the next level of striking or something. I can't remember the thing.
Potency is just the +2, and then striking is adds damage dice.
Right. So yeah. So it's +2 to hit, and it's potency 2, which gives you the +2, and striking 2, which gives you the extra damage dice.
2 extra dice. Yeah. So greater striking.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And blades are also deadly. So on a crit, you add a weapon damage die of the listed size as well.
So what?
Picked up the anime we
2 dice. Very striking.
What page is glaive on?
Glaive is on 281. Deadly is described on 282. But basically, it means that with great striking room on it, you have an extra. If you roll a crit, you roll an extra 2. What's your glaive? An extra 2d8.
So glaive is on page 280, bottom left-hand corner, Martin. If you...
It's just so I can add the whatever the term is, macros into Roll20.
Forceful. Weapon requires more danger to build momentum. When you attack, you get more than once on your turn. The second attack gains 30% bonus damage to the number of weapon damage die. And each subsequent attack gains a certain bonus damage with another double the number of weapon damage die. So you actually get better on your second and third swing.
Amazing.
You have to hit, but
Yeah.
It's I'll wait until Sinister surfing, but I'm a big fan of the glaive. Well, the glaive you have in your hand.
Yeah, I'm going to skip around. I'm not going to skip around because it's morning and a lot of sorrow. I'm not going to be like frolicking through the woods. That would be bad taste. I will respectfully wander around. I want to find more. If there's any dyes and paints, because the druids and they live in the woods, they'll probably have dyes and paints, so we can get Gideon some more colours.
Gideon, do you tell Gideon that's what you're doing, or do you just wander off?
I will ask him if he would like that. If not, I'm going to top up as well, but...
I will show you my paint and get up to go with you.
Okay, cool. That's
so,
fine, yeah.
Sinis and Gideon will go for wonders to find the ingredients they need for their ward
Magic
paints
ward.
and such. Magic ward. Teve, you spend some time. You channel your intellect and divine knowledge energies into it, and that's what you have so far. You're fully aware that in all your crafting days, it might take a day or two to get its full thingies. So you have the rest of the evening to do as you wish. Zach will count his own gold just to double check that he is definitely down 3 gold. Gavain, other than you're kind of left to your own for the evening, there is nuts if you wish to pursue. Take 7.
Well, no. I mean, like I'm just literally throwing the ball in hardcore now to be embarrassed and try.
What, a fucking wrecking ball?
Well, yeah. She's had to put up with being like awkward teenager for like.
Never as a teenager did I use the chat up line. Do you want kids?
He wants it, you can have it.
Right. Okay. Cool. So you're just gonna do general maintenance, prayers, standard stuff, yeah?
Yeah. I'll look all the seek aloof and call and not talk to anyone else, really.
Cool. So, Sinis and Gideon, you head out to the perimeters of the forest. You speak to a couple, or the remainder druids, of things they've used for colourings and such, in whether it be their clothing or similar to yourself, your wards and such. And they show you particular mushrooms that they've used, and leaves and different plants. You do notice just quite easily that as the druids are speaking to you about the different ingredients they use, you're obviously like, yeah, obviously. Gideon is fully aware of what they're saying and up to skill on the knowledge of using such ingredients for colourings and such. You head out into the woods. Give me a nature check as you are looking for various ingredients.
21.
Cool. You find a couple of bright blue mushrooms that are the same colouring as like Talwyn and such.
Sweet.
Gideon points them out to you. We take those and I show you my ward. And he sort of sits near one of these particular mushroom patches. And from his little satchel that he carries on his side with everything in it, he starts pulling out these real small balls type things, you know, like is it pestle and mortar, whatever you call them?
Yeah, pestle and mortar.
Pestle and mortar, but it's not a deep one. It's a very shallow, like hand cup type thing. And he gets out his little smashy thing, and yeah, he starts putting the mushrooms in there. But as he's doing it, he's whispering, and you recognise the tone of magic he's using as primal.
Okay.
And you can see now that from his mouth, as he's speaking while mushing the mushrooms, he's imbuing them with some sort of primal magic. And the glow of the mushrooms remains even though he's mushing them. It doesn't die off. Like when you were picking them, the glow would fade. They still had a bright blue colouring to them, but it didn't have that luminescent feel to it. But it remains there while Gideon is using it. And he creates a bright blue paste, essentially. And he starts. He can I demonstrate on your hand?
Yeah, I'll just pop a hand.
So he puts a very small symbol of. I say symbol. It looks like he's trying to draw a small water feature or water, so like a couple of waves. He's incredibly delicate with it for his size, almost to a tickle. And you can see on your hand that he's drawn a small, what he believes a representation of water would be. He then pulls out a small cup from his thing and pours his water skin into it. And there's a small amount of water in it. And then he just says to you, control.
I'm literally going to look puzzled and be like, I don't understand.
He starts, he comes towards you with his large hands, like social distancing is not a thing to him. And he starts slowly moving your hand into a shape that you would sometimes use in your storytelling and your magics, where you use specific words, ingredients, or what's the bloody word for it? Where you move your hands in a certain way. It's
gesture.
Gesture. There you go. I know some word. I don't. So you recognise that he's putting your hand into a gesture, and you kind of just, as your hand's moving, you feel that connection to the water in the cup, and for a very brief, like almost less than the power of a cantrip, you are able to connect with the water and just shift it slightly.
I'm a waterbender.
Only ever so slightly. Like you are very aware that you've bent the water.
Bent the water. Let's go find the avatar. We're on.
What you mean, the bright blue, bald? Yeah. So.
I just look up at Gideon like, oh my god, you are the avatar. No, I'm not going to do any of that.
I never noticed that arrow on your head.
Go fight the Fire Nation.
I don't suppose.
Yeah, no.
More puddle and bend the water.
Are you known in some circles as Big Sam? So, and
only 4 drinks in.
Yeah, it lasts a heartbeat. Like I said, not even enough for you to acknowledge it as the power of a cantrip. It is very it is a example of what he can do with his ward.
That is amazing.
I can teach.
I would love to learn.
What would you learn?
Ooh. Give me a second. That's what.
You just say your card you've just thrown as water.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, fucking voodoo.
It's an inverted ace of cups. I'm like, so that's water. Yeah, cool. It's water's all about kind of feeling and emotion. Is your cups stuff. The inverted stuff is all about intuition and repressed emotion. So yeah, I'll probably something. The water control is actually really cool.
Okay.
I can breathe underwater fine for a time. I know other people can't. So yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I've lost it, man. Give me a sec. Okay. He will. I know. He will roll for. Give me a.
Say about it, Law.
To learn it, give me a nature roll. If you want to
Okay.
know about it, give me a bardic roll.
I will try and learn it. I'll give you a nature. It's not my best, but I'm going to re-roll that.
That was a nat one, folks, at home.
I'm going to use my hero point to get away from my natty one. Come on, I've had a good run of these this week. Let's see if I can beat my run of 4. 25! That's what I want.
25? Cool. So for the rest of the evening, or late morning, afternoon, and it will take you the entire day, most of the night, and you will feel quite exhausted the next day. Gideon and yourself will spend time in the Forest of Emrys, learning how to apply the ward to you to give you access to primal magic in the flavour of water. And I will tell you the spell in a sec. Because there's a couple.
Because I'm not primal, so I'm going to be like, I don't understand.
Exactly.
Believe.
Yeah. So we'll do that, and I'll get back to you then.
Yeah,
Right.
that's fine, mate. You can let me know after a second. I'm good.
Cool. Gawain. You're not doing a bardic though, are you? Cool. Gawain, you have the evening. As the evening approaches, your shield is almost fixed to a level of whatever you rolled. And
the roll is just the time. It's one of those don't fuck up checks.
Cool. So how long does it take?
I'm
sure you went through this before.
2 hours, a minimum. Provided
Cool.
I can find some.
So you spend the rest of the day ish, afternoon. You sort your shield out and you fix it. You and Otto share a few words of congratulations in the sense of. It turns out you're going to be a dad and provide us with lots of druids. No. For the bringing of the Ivy Knight to the Forest of Emrys, that presence, the taking down of the demonic salamander, the returning of the glaive, or the cleansing of the glaive, the releasing of the satyr's spirit and soul, and as that sort of conversation happens, Otto is gesturing towards the blue and green orbs in the treetops, and that is shared in between the clank, bang, bend, twist, snap of your shield crafting. Talwyn, the neon blue ferret, approaches you with a small scroll in its mouth. Oh, aye, it's passing messages now.
Oh, mate.
With a small scroll in its mouth. And just drops it in front of you and is gesturing.
I'll pick it up.
Cool.
Read it, unscroll it. How small is it?
It is blank. You look down at Talwyn and he's rolling around on the floor in silent laughter. And then starts tugging on your shaft. Your tugging on your trouser leg to follow.
That's done. I just take the portable vibrating Is this the equivalent of like ...
Maybe Talwyn wants you to follow.
Yeah, okay, I'll follow him. I'll leave my half-done shield, I'm guessing, or even finished at this point.
Cool. Talwyn leads you just away from the abodes of the druids to a small glade, and Nuts has gone out of her way to set up what is clearly a picnic for two.
Sweet. Oh.
There's no blanket because druids, yeah. And it's very nice. There are. It's lit well. I mean, this afternoon, but there's still a. It's not brightly lit in the forest. Like sunlight doesn't come through and light the forest. The forest has got a permanent green glow. Green glow. You should be so lucky. To it, like an ambient light throughout the forest. It's rare that you see the true light of the world above. And it's a very nice picnic area. And she just gestures for you to join her.
I will sit down where I'm gestured to sit.
Talwyn rocks up to you, pats you on the shoulder, and puts out a little fist bump port.
I got this one.
Fucking Nuts throws an acorn at the ferret. And Talwyn fucks off. Who is Gideon?
Gideon is my squire.
You said he was a squire, but who is he? I know. Why is he so far north? I don't. I'm just curious. He's a very strapping individual. Could you put in a good word for us?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
I mean, now we're in the friend zone.
Oh, that's fine. You're a little like beer.
Otto said the Bolshoi do not travel this far north. They stay near the mountains.
It is unusual, yes. It's part of a mystery which we're going to return to Valcow to hopefully begin to uncover. We may have to then also travel to the mountains to find out the deeper meaning.
Okay.
Unless you have any thoughts on the matter?
Just curiosity. There are creatures within the forest that are able to change their shapes, and I have a small skill in it, but Gideon...
Yeah, very impressive.
Gideon is... this is going to sound so bad. Somewhat of a specimen. It's not something... it's not something I've seen. She's fanning herself. As am I, because I'd do Gideon. I'd let him do things to me you wouldn't do to a barnyard animal.
There's one thing where the DM gets turned on by the thoughts of himself. I'm an NPC getting on with this other NPC.
I mean, you lot can tune out if you want. I'm just going to stream myself.
Hey, do you need me here for this one?
Stu,
You'll go blind.
You just hold this picture up of me. I'm just going to Photoshop my own head and put it teal. So.
Yeah. Anyway, you saying?
Teal or Tion?
I do like 3 ways. So, okay, now. James is sat somewhere going, I'm never getting paid. I'm never getting paid. But we are.
1 second while I explain what a whack
You
is.
can certainly describe Gideon as thick. That's for fucking sure.
So,
anyway.
But one of Gideon's skill and power is I've not seen it in the forest.
No, it is not really seen much in the lands here anyway. In fact, many of my order would call him cursed, but only if it was apparent in someone else, in a different way. So for them, it might be less of a curse, more of a blessing. Why I do immediately judge him. So that's another thing I wish to uncover, is the nature of his duality of being.
Do you fear him?
It needs taming.
Do you fear him?
Do I fear him? I respect him. I know what he can do. He floored me in a couple of blows. He broke my shield in one.
The mention of the shields is like, seem better. Why judgment?
Mechanics are not what they used to. That thing's not a Hydra, just saying.
It's not Gellian, though, is it? Why judgment? She says to you. Why do you judge? Why judgment? Why the Knight of Ivy?
Because my family was part of the Knights. My mother was very very fervent. My father also. They met in service, and all my life I've known nothing but knights and knightly orders and being a squire, and I was raised basically by the Knights of Ivy to be another Knight of Ivy, I guess.
So you're following tradition?
Yeah. But my parents unfortunately both died young. That's the one downside of being militaristic in their profession. I was left alone. I was orphaned as a child, basically, and but I don't hate them for that. So yeah, I guess tradition means that I respect what their sacrifice and what they've done for laying down their lives to save those less fortunate or able to defend themselves than they are. It's a great honour to defend.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
Sorry. It's an inverted death.
Jesus Christ. Say that bit again, Gavin.
It's a great honour to defend a whole people.
Would you judge the city?
If the city as a whole needed to be judged, it is my duty to do so.
Would you choose duty above anything else?
I have my own personal vows and codes, which if one of my order attempted to get me to break, would probably definitely hesitate. I wouldn't follow blindly.
Okay. Dumpling? And she offers you a dumpling made out of mushrooms.
Oh, thank you very much.
And you spend the evening chit-chatting. Unless you pull any moves, it will be chit-chat.
I mean, I respect her boundaries, man. So.
Really? Really? I mean, I don't mean that in a you shouldn't. I mean that in a that wasn't Gawain's original path of inquiry. I respect her boundaries. I'm gonna put babies in her. Like, that's not a boundary respect sentence, Gawain. Anyway, you respect.
It's alright. I've not had much in the way of anything. I have no plans to settle down, sadly, but maybe it's just I've not met the right person.
Nuts is like, alright. Looks back at the dumplings. You spend the rest of the evening chin-wagging away. The evening passes. So, back over to Sinis and Gideon. As the night comes upon you and the temperature drop, Gideon has shown you several methods of mixing the paste and adding the colourings to it, which you are very aware of. And he teaches you the verbal commands to imbue into the paste. They are very similar to the ones he did earlier, but there's a bit more gusto about them, similar to when you cast heightened spells and such. Do you need to protect or attack?
Protect.
Cool. He pulls out your arm, and on your scales he starts applying the ward in a more extravagant version of the very tiny symbol he put in the palm of your hand. He will teach you the words to say to activate it. It will take you 2 action points.
Okay.
And you will learn Shield of the Whirlpool.
That's badass. Cool. If you want to send me these stuff for it later, send it me later.
Cool. Yeah, I will do.
Yeah. Crap.
When you use... And he simplifies it so much. Water will protect.
I just kind of nod. Excellent. Thank you.
Protection also hurt enemy.
Huh. Will it hurt friends?
If they hit you.
Ah. Okay.
And he thinks for a moment. Gavern's shield you will have.
Ah, excellent. Thank you.
I only have enough for 3 times. And he gives you a small pouch of this blue paste that he's been making through the day with you. And you've managed to make yourself roll a d4, roll a d3.
So 6.5 there.
Yeah.
You were 6, you're a 6. 3. So
3.
2.
So 2. So between his 3 and your 2, you have 5 applications of this. And it is a one-shot. You tell me you're applying it. It takes you 1 minute to apply to get the pattern correct. So you'd obviously prep it. You can apply it. You can put it on one day, and it remains until used. So it's not like you have to use it in the next hour or anything. But it takes you a minute to apply, 2 actions to cast, and you have 5 shots of it. And I'll give you the details of it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. Yeah, I'll sort out making him some extra colours for just when he paints normally, because he seemed excited about those.
He gets a broad smile and just clears the foliage on the floor to give himself a soil canvas, and he starts mixing in the colours that you've given him with the soil itself to create a very abstract landscape of the forest itself. And you get the feeling there's a little rainbow lizard hopping along in the forest.
Yeah, he does like the rainbow lizard. Yeah, I'll ask if there's anything he wants from me. Not as a kind of 1 in payment, but 2 if there's just anything he wants from me, I suppose.
Stories.
Because that I can provide. And as we're painting, I'll just tell him nice stories of kind of my lizardy friends, the dwarves, and the stuff that they told me and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll mix it up.
Give me a performance check.
Yeah, mate.
It says performance, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good number.
I got
contact lenses, don't fail me now.
3 RPGs, all different skills.
27.
Oh, cool. Your stories, as you begin to tell them and do your bardic thing of catching the attention of those listening, Gideon actually stops painting and creating images and stuff in the soil and sits there like a 9-foot 4-year-old and is fully involved in the stories you tell. The evening passes, the magic is shared, the stories are shared, the picnic is shared. Tevere is counting out the copper to give back to Zek. Zek is confident. Zek thinks he's minted. He's managed to pull about 4 grand's worth of coins out of the whirlpool one at a time. Tevere's convinced him it's completely different coins. We all know it's the same one. Just keeps throwing it in a different place in the 90-foot fountain. And it is morning. The druids that were there the night before, or the day before, are no longer in the abodes when you all rise for breakfast. There is only Otto, and Nuts is nowhere to be seen. None of the neon creatures can be seen. The wildlife there's still the chirping of birds and such, but there is not the visual enchanted druidic circle feel about the place. It feels very much like you are at a campfire with someone of the land rather than a magical circle of druids.
Okay.
Otto looks as if he is ready to travel, as his attire is more keenly suited for such things, especially leaving the forest, as if he's travelling out into the tundras, covered in furs and other things, but he's definitely not in his hide and leaf attire.
You coming with us, Otto, or heading out on your own?
Unfortunately not, Gawain. I am going to seek guidance for the Circle of Emeralds, and I will speak with other druids, those of the forest and the tundra themselves. I will speak with Sinis's people also. Again, you have my thanks. If you are requiring aid to get to Valcow, you merely need to focus on the tree over there. The ritual has been prepared and will last until midday, but then fade.
Thank you.
I have a message from Whispers, looking at Gavin.
Mm-hmm.
She also has a journey of her own to aid the Circle of Emeralds and was to leave early. But she says she will find you. And apparently you can speak over long distances.
Yeah, she gave me an acorn.
I just pats you on the shoulder. Talwyn. Talwyn is in Zek's backpack again.
Oh, I was going to say, is he coming? I shouldn't ask Talwyn if he's coming.
Talwyn nods. Gideon, it has been a pleasure meeting one of your... It's been a pleasure meeting you. Pleasure. Which is such a... Okay. Goodbye. And he will proceed to shake people's hands if they so wish it. And he will just head west through the forest.
I will say to him before he goes, just because I've drawn some gaps, try heading towards water and be aware that there is, I know you're full of despair and sorrow, don't give in to it.
There is a pause, a long sigh of relief, as if he was forcing himself to stand straight in front of you all in the morning. There is a relaxation about him. I will follow as fate dictates, young Sinis. And he continues his walk away from the druidic circle abode campsite that you were all just sat there with now, with a fire going, a possible portal to Valcow if you so wish it, or the choice to hike south for a few weeks to see what jumps you along the road.
I might need to get some practice in.
Yeah. I'll salute Otto as he goes.
Cool.
It's up to you guys. I don't mind walking. I always like a story, but I understand if you want, if you would like to ask. But I don't know if there's anyone. I'm just going to look around. I don't know if there's anyone here to ask.
What, for a story on?
No, for a portal.
The tree is prepped. That's what Otto said. You have until noon, and then it will fade. So you've got a choice basically to.
Yeah, my bad. My brain just.
That's all right.
That's fine. But yeah, we can walk if you wish to, or we can just go directly there.
It's a portal prep. We might as well use it.
Cuts out a few weeks of walking.
Yeah,
I mean, we do have supplies, but I'm not sure we've actually got that many.
I mean, yeah, we do, but Zek will be happy that we don't use them, because, you know,
there is enough around you from the druids and stuff you could restock or acquire rations and that sort of supply-esque stuff.
No, it's more of a... I accept that we're already fully prepped, but several weeks of travel is several weeks of travel.
Ah, yeah, fair. So what are you doing?
Yeah, let's take the portal.
Yeah, take the portal.
Cool. You approach the tree. It did what it did before. You have a magical portal to Valcow, to an enclave. That's why I'm not saying the word, Sinis. I'm leaving it as it did what it did before. If you wish to know what it did before, Please go check out a session. Well, this is session 10, by the way. You've hit double figures. Well played.
Yay! I'm not dead.
You, like the rest of the druids, you potter through the portal and you appear in the emerald grove that has been put aside for them in the city of Valcow. The city is as before. Holy crap, my computer decided to alert me of something unimportant really loudly. Da, 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 da. There we go.
Finding the dates and pistachio, man.
Oh, he's on everything. I tried some other sound sets, yeah, and what were we playing? We were playing. I think it was the Frostmaiden game last Friday. I put it on and dead quiet. I just heard him. Right, I just heard this little quiet whisper in the back. Like, bear in mind, it's supposed to be an empty market. There's nobody there. It's wind going through empty market stalls, and I hear in the background the tiniest whisper, "Sugar dates and pistachios." I was like, "Oh, it's just fucking following me for fuck's sake." Anyway,
the voice on the wind.
Fucking, he's behind. I think it's our last, to be fair. You get back to the grove. You hear the busyness of the city immediately attack your senses. You are in the grove. You see several of the gardener druids attending the grove, all looking solemn as if they've received news of great loss. But they're still doing their jobs. They turn, they see you all. They see the glaive. There is a sense of relief, because despite being told that the evidence of seeing it is obviously more compelling. And the older orc that got you back the other way before approaches. Welcome, great thanks to you all. Otto messaged ahead.
Yeah, sorry for your loss.
It is how it is. Fate will always determine our end. Anyhow, I have things to do amongst the grove. I just wish to say thank you. Is there anything you need from us before you piss off?
Coming. Well, I was going to say no, but now I won't.
No, you're asking some magic armor and ice sword. No.
Look us up.
Shield.
Give him some scale stone.
Yeah. I can't think of anything. Otto and Whisper have gone off on separate journeys, and so if we needed to contact Otto, would we be able to do it through you guys?
Yes.
Likewise, if he needs to contact us, then we'll probably be in Valcow for a day or two, then heading north myself. The south myself.
I will pass on word to Otto. Well. And you go back into the city of Valcow.
Thank you and take care.
Where is it you are heading within the city of Valcow?
I'm gonna look at Gawain.
Clue.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at Gawain as well. Gideon's like, so, boss.
See ya.
Well, now the world is our oyster.
Well, mission for you here, buddy.
What do I want to do? Something famous? Something.
Oh, I understand. Bit of both.
Yeah, bit of both. Here we go. Let's head to. Actually, yeah, just go check in back with the Ivy. I'll take them to the Ivy Night enclave.
So you're all going to go to the Ivy Night one, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my God, do we get to go to your house? Sweet.
Well, my house in the my house kind of sense, not my house. Yeah.
Going to go to the Church of your God.
So you go on.
Just literally en route. I'm going to try and angle us into a shop so I can of like a fabric shop so I can get a wrap for the glaive. So I'm not walking around a busy city with a.
It's funny you should mention this one today. I happen to have to go to a shop as well.
It's up the right hand side, isn't it? Perception.
Yeah, it's up and there you go.
Just down here. Pay for it.
21.
You are fully aware of folk looking at you for the reason you wish to wrap it.
Yep.
And Gawain's just informed you that he knows of a fabric merchant that can help you with such a thing.
Fantastic. I'm going to edge myself through the group so I'm stood between Gawain and Gideon.
Why don't you just sit yourself on Gideon's shoulder?
Because then the spear will be 15 feet in the air.
It will be like, oh my,
I mean, that's a very good point, but that's a
spear.
very good point. I don't really want it to count as the banner bearer.
Stick a flag on it and done.
To be fair, once you wrap it a little bit, we can always use some of our inks and dull it a bit.
Yeah, bit of fabric hanging off of it and then sit on Gideon's back. Yeah, okay.
So, you go
Have a flag, here's mine.
You go to the fabric shop. I haven't got that document open. You return to the fabric shop that Gawain is aware of. You walk in, and there is several bolts of cloth, tapestries, clothing items, from things that keep your feet warm and hands warm to head warm to shirts and gloves.
I was going to say gloves.
Socks. Some people might wear mittens. You know what I mean?
You're going to need some heavy woolen stuff. We're going back to the Arctic.
As soon as Gawain walks in, you see the NPC that was there before.
She was female and...
Is it the elf?
She helped.
Yes, the elves. The two elves, yeah? Yeah.
These are the people I need you to clothe with the items I requested. If you need to make any...
He is massive.
Yeah, that's why I suggested something like a belt hanging rather than a tablet.
Well, just wait there, and they disappear behind some curtain, and they come back. Sinis, I need you to give me a perception check. They come back, and they produce the loincloth of the Ivy Knight.
24.
Cool. They produce the loincloth of the Ivy Knight. As they pull the curtain back, Sinis, you notice just in the back room where they are, there's a tapestry. And the pictures on the tapestry are of two people. One of them is a satyr in hide and armour of the land. Yeah, with a silver glaive in their hand. And a very, very basic interpretation of the stone sculpted hills of Cayman. Yeah, on like one half. The other half of the tapestry is of a plate armour, heavy chain wearing warrior in silver, white, gold, long blonde braided hair, a small goated beard, and a silver lance in their hand, and a forest behind them completely of copper bark. And they both share the tapestry, but half of it is the hills of Cayman, half of it is some forest with copper bark that, unless you roll on, have no idea what it is.
Oh, you best believe I'm rolling on that. Law?
Yeah, give me a bardic. Give me a 300 and...
It's only a 21.
You only needed a 20. So, you... As you were aware of the 5 realms of the Fae before, and you knew that the Hills of Cayman were one, you're also aware that each Fae realm has a guardian, a protector, a champion, whatever terminology people use across the world. The Hills of Cayman's guardian is clearly now the satyr that held the glaive. You can't remember the name, you just know that they fit the bill. They clearly are that representation. The other half of the tapestry, the Forest of Copper, is indeed one of the Fae realms and is in a land called Ravenholm in the central part of Colossus, and is the representation of autumn, is the things that come across in the stories. And their champion is a young Fae creature, or at least appears to be young to all, blonde, braided hair, etc., called Kalain the Lancelord.
Okay.
So the tapestry before you is a representation of two guardians of two of the Fae realms, one of them the Hills of Cayman, one of them the Forest of Copper.
So we know one of those guardians is probably dead and has been for a long time and was corrupted by a demon.
You are,
and we've got his stick.
And you're also aware that as a guardian passes, a new one is found.
I'm literally just look at Tevay and be like, well, shit.
Can you draw a card, please, Sinis?
Kerry can draw a card.
Oh, yeah.
We're on Inverted Knight of Swords. Give me a second.
I mean, just its name. And
Yeah, I know. As soon as she said it, I was like...
It's an Inverted Knight of Swords. It's not... basically means restlessness, being impulsive, that kind of thing.
Cool.
Swords are linked in with air and intellect and the mind.
Fucking hell. Alright.
Very in a nutshell, yeah.
Helping.
And the curtain swishes back, and the elven lady is presenting the very nice representation of the Ivy Knight in loincloth form for Gideon. Fuck's sake. We've taken the liberty of applying a small enchantment to it where it will always remain clean as a guarantee.
Good. I like that one, thank you.
Considering where you are hanging it, we thought it best.
Do you understand now? I sort of look at them, sort of, like...
Yes, they avoid looking at Gideon. Yeah, we understand.
And the ones for the two goblins and Sinis?
Say what now?
They bring them up.
Thank you.
These don't hold the same enchantment that the loincloth does, but they are just as well crafted.
Excellent, thank you very much. Now I believe Tevay has a request he would also like.
Holding that spear that I've not seen in a thing here. I need something to cover this up.
Give me a... Give me a perception check.
No. No.
Cool.
Can I do it too, as I will be looking for this shit?
What are you looking for?
The fact that the people that have got the tapestry in the back have just had their attention drawn to the spear that looks just like it's in the tapestry.
You may indeed roll a perception check. It's like your DM.
I know. Funny that. See, mine's only a 17, so it's not brilliant.
Very much that. Alright, just all like that. Right, fuck it, I'm rolling.
Yeah, you can't hotkey yours in perception.
Yeah, Gideon don't know anything. So yeah, as you go, I want to wrap this. They pause. Gavin and Sinis, you notice the pause, but it's very brief. No reaction in their face. Just stop rolling perception checks. I love how Zach rolled a 3 and still nearly got up again. You both notice the pause. Zach is still very smug with his little self-telling tale and all about his thousands of gold coins in his bag that only seems to hold 2. Tevay, you know nothing. Yes, we can wrap that if you wish. Are you wanting it completely out of sight, or in a case, or?
Quick access, because it is a weapon and of purpose. But
when you say quick access, where are you putting it to be accessed from?
I mean,
looking at Gideon.
What?
In the Imperial Army, you can't carry your own.
Idiot. I'm gonna jump in here. I'm gonna be like, we're looking to wrap it. It is we believe a replica of something that may be known in some parts, but we don't want people thinking it's genuine. So we just want to wrap it to make it look less
obvious.
Ostentatious.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna roll some deception, mate. It's a 17. It's not good.
Give me a sec.
I might re-roll that.
Well, you do have a re-roll left. Oh, you have hero points as well.
I'm going to hero point it.
Use the reroll. You've got 4 minutes.
Oh.
Oh!
Right, I'm going to use the fucking hero. I'm going to use the reroll because that was a natural 1.
Okay.
And you've just told me we've got 4 minutes. I mean...
There we go.
That'll do. It's an 18. I've got plus 11 to deception.
Fuck's sake. Right, I'm just going to roll. See if I know. What did you get?
18.
18? Give me a sec.
Checking if their stats balance back for a +6 in insight.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, Spain would help to get that.
It sounds a good idea. We don't want people trying to acquire replicas if they're not the genuine thing.
We don't want people trying to take our stuff, to be fair, but it's likely to draw more attention if we don't map it.
Very true. Just a simple wrap you wish to tie cord around, or are you wanting something actually made? We have plenty of material that you can just tie around it to hide it.
Just the material and cord will suffice.
Is this going on the tab of your order? Looks like you're in.
Yeah. That way you know that if anyone was having... anyone comes asking you about it, then you can know that it's owned by the
replica is
owned by the Order of the Iron.
I was going to say...
fucking bread. If you want to come get it.
So this is legit just going to be like, oh no.
Ah, shit. I've been rumbled. A couple of minutes pass and she brings out enough material and some leather cord to allow you to wrap the glaive.
Thank you very much.
Will that be all?
It's for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Time for that. I'm done.
So,
Yeah, I'm going to go to a quiet place and let these people know as quickly as I can. I'm going to try and guide them to somewhere relatively quiet if he's wrapped his glaive and be like, so you may now be the guardian of the Hills of Cayman.
All I know is the Green Dragon God told me not to suffer the fiends to live.
That's cool. You may be a Fey guardian of some stone hills and important to Fey, and that is a super important artifact. So don't draw attention to it where you physically can.
Was it really bad that I called him a racist?
I mean, the what?
The god. The dragon that's made of those hills, Emrys. Is it really bad that I called him a racist?
I mean, lizards typically are, but...
Oh.
One of those well-known facts about lizards.
I will roll lizard law.
Okay.
Goblins hate kobolds, lizards are racist, yeah, you know.
Yeah, basically, don't tell anybody about that, about your glaive. Yeah, 15 on lizard folk law, the racist, let's go. I are one.
Alright.
Lizard folk law. Some are.
But yeah, don't be telling no fools about your glaive.
Okay.
We're gonna ink it up. But yeah, also, you're now the champion of that, apparently. Because I think that's how it passes on. Because the previous champion was dead and like dusty at the bottom of that fountain. And we've just cleansed his stuff. So yeah, there might be some weird face shenanigans coming for you, which is always fun. It's gonna be a good time.
As a note, I think it's gonna be things.
I mean, why not?
Because you don't like it.
Could just be other Fae.
So this give me a bardic law check. The
I
mention
like
of
bardic
fiends and fae in the same sentence.
24.
The word neverborn enters your mind, which are you've heard very, very short tales of demonic fae called the neverborn. They simply manifested in story. They do not have an origin source, a creator or anything like this. They just were one day in these stories, hence the neverborn tag to them.
Yeah, demonic Fae could be the Neverborn. They just appeared in stories one day. They are a thing. Yeah. Well done, New Guardian.
So I was just going to sort of generically look to the group. I'm I'm gonna need a couple of days to write some more healing scrolls. We're gonna get fucked.
Not me.
It's fine. I've got the perfect place for us to stay.
Gideon does this.
I'm just looking at him like I'm rescinding your Zek privileges. No more time in Zek.
So, as you have your moment of realisation of picking up magic items and such, and your plan to... What were you actually planning, Gwen? To go to the Ivy... Yeah. You head across the city towards the Order House of Gawain and the Ivy Knight. As described before, it is very simple. It's very square stone. There is not a lot of wood in this establishment, if any. Tables, chairs, you walk in. Gawain shows you the area where all the knights have their own stone plinths, and Gideon is very proud to show Sinis his squire plinth behind Gawain's with the small stone wyvern egg sat on it. As you are awaiting, not necessarily permission, but a moment to sit down and spend the mid-afternoon talking and doing what you wish to do, we will end the session there. Which was lots of combat, much hilarity, and some pretty cool plot stuff. So, thank you very much for tuning in, those in the chat. The chat has been lively as ever. It's great. I cannot put into words how much I love the community we are building and building. Ada, you clever bastard. I get one of those words a lot, the other one not so much.
Yeah, I've never heard you called clever either.
Adi was the word I was going for, but thanks. You know what I mean? Thanks for tuning in. It's so cool to have you guys sharing stories with all through the week. I live and breathe stories, and it's cool to share with my friends on the stream and people in the chat that are fast becoming friends and part of a community we've been building since March. So big thanks for that. Another big shout out to Loki Battle Mats. They have some cool things. The map you saw me use on Roll20 is called the Arcane Circle. It's so cool. They do several versions of it, like in the forest, not in the forest, etc., etc. There's like 4 or 5 versions of it, and they do that with a lot of their maps. So please check out Loki Battle Mats. They're really cool. Got loads of stuff going on. There's links on the social media, and Sawdust will probably... Well, he's just put it up now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Dice of the Beholder, who sought this sponsorship out and have made it happen. It's great. And they use the physical versions, the actual books themselves, with minis and everything. It's really cool. I hope to one day, when the plague fucks off, we can do this stuff live around the table. But until then, we'll deal with digital. Check out Dice of the Beholder tomorrow from 7:30 onwards, where they do their Homebrew Chronicles of Needham campaign. It's very... it's mythologies and stuff you will know that Rich has done a great job on twisting into his own D&D world, so it's really cool to see. So go check them out. As for that, we're done. I hope you've enjoyed Pathfinder 2nd Ed, the Call of Stone. Martin, the I just want to be all powerful, has set himself on a path I can't wait.
Hey, I legitimately made a point that I'm a follower of Shadir. I've made mention of it quietly in nearly every session.
I fucking love
Is that plot?
Is that plot? Is that a super magical artifact that's going to fuck my character? Yeah.
I'm on it. Can I lick it? So thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. For now, we're done. Go check us out on Facebook. You can see the session straight away on Twitch if you so wish, or a few days on YouTube. Right, so for now, say goodbye, players.
Bye, players.